Hey you guys, it's Harriet, aka Honey aka Harriet, Griffin, whatever you want to call it. Today I'm back with another video for you, and I'm going to be eating. I made this last night, so it's going to be leftovers, and I'm hungry. It's lunchtime, so I figured this would be a perfect time to record a video. I made some chicken that I simmered down with chicken gravy and a little bit of broccoli, and I made some chicken rice-a-roni, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm eating. Let me get that close up on me for you. You see that? And yes, I got some hot sauce on it. So this is going to be what we call a mukbang, I guess, but it's basically going to be just eating and doing some chit chat. I want to update you guys on some things. So if you really want to watch it, which you will, and you'll give that thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and tell your people to give that thumbs up, like, and subscribe, stay tuned. Welcome next to a peanut butter and a caramel chick. Feeling fucked up, flicked out, freaked on. Thinking about my new truck with the deep dish, mean a deep chrome, mean a deep dome. After a massage and a menage, we got in the shower, let water trickle down the back of the crack of their booty. Got out the tub and went back to the master bedroom. One put on Prada, one put on Louis, y'all put on Gucci. Duty calls, I'm about to hit the scene of ball, but before I leave, I spray on some Izzy Miyagi. Take my truck up to the wash, put the sparkle back on, wax off like Mr. Miyagi. Go to the liquor store so I can get blunts, get yak so I can sip some while I split one. Chronicle into every follicle of my body, calming down every molecule, making sure I don't trip none. Hit one. Up in the ride, come and kick it with me, so I can take you through the so 100 block and show you how my people be kicking it in the Windy City. I wanna show you where I hang out at, where we make God scratch, where we sit on leather gripping wood, where the hustles got packs and the G's got stacks and the pins got lax, rolling through the hood, and it feels so good, so good, y'all, when my breaking rain through my hood, you know the big switching lane is understood, all the living papers made, living wood, it feels so good. Hey, it's Honey aka Harriet aka Honey, and this is my new intro, so go ahead and give that thumbs up, that like, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on my Facebook at Harriet Griffin, Honey Bear in parentheses, or you can hit me up at harrietgriffin.33 on my Instagram. I also have a POSHMARK, so you can hit that up, and that's Ronnie 2027. So I hope you guys like the new intro. Give the love when I hit the club, got a weekend, it's the weekend, and the DJ brought my tattoos. Track move like some southern black blues, or like a coupe got grooves and they got shoes. It's like a bruise, I stand up be the hottest rap dude. Ride to this when you peel your hood. You can go around the block, I travel the whole world. When you come back and steal your hood, and it feels so good. So good, y'all, when my breaking rain through my hood, you know the big switching lane is understood, all the living papers made, living wood, it feels so good. I spit some game with some intellect to the... Alright, you guys, so let's get into it. And yes, I look beautiful, but it's just a basic Monday. I'm recording this on February 10th. Hopefully be able to get it uploaded. I'm going to try not to babble too much because we're just eating and doing a little chit chat. But I wanted to update you guys and tell you about my previous week, which would have been the week of February 3rd, something like that, but last week. And just kind of like touch base with you guys. I haven't really been so consistent with the Tuesdays and Thursdays, but there's a reason for it. And more than that, it hasn't been because I've been discouraged or anything like that. It's kind of been more that I just been maneuvering, and I had really like a weird week. Some of it was good and some of it was bad, but anyway, let's get into it. So I have a couple disclaimers that I want to start off with, and that's my consistency. Hold on, I forgot my water. I got my food and I forgot my water because I put it back in the freezer to get cold. So hold on, you guys. Alright, sorry. See, I had to get my water. I've really been on that trying to drink water at least with every meal. Plus it's ain't been that bad for me. This chicken's really good. And I like kind of having, sometimes, I made this late last night and I thought about recording this video last night. But then by the time I got done cooking and everything, you guys, your girl was like tired. So I ate like a couple pieces of chicken. Pretty much, and just a little bit of rice to taste it and make sure I loved it, which it was good. But of course it's better today. But okay. So my disclaimers is this will be, which I'm kind of excited about. I don't know if I should be too excited. But this is actually the first video where there is like no sound. And I feel good about that, being able to kind of talk to you guys without having any background noise, which I'm working on. I want to get to the point where maybe, I think jazz or something, like pick a genre or some decent music and keep that. And I'm working on like perfecting my intros and everything. It's hard because like when you're learning to edit, you can know all about taking pictures. I love taking pictures. But it's like when you sit down, you have to edit it to present to the world and have people see it and make sure that it's to the best of your ability. It's difficult when you don't really know, you know. These programs are they're new to me, so I love experiencing and learning new things. But at the same time, it is a little frustrating because like I said, it takes a lot of time. I mean, it's not even just about making the video. It's also about editing and making sure it's the best of your ability so that people will give that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and watch, you know. And I want to keep going. I want to be 10 years from now laughing with y'all and making these videos, you know what I'm saying? So that does take a lot, but I feel good because I actually can talk and you guys can hear me. So, you know, you probably hear me eating. I'm sorry. It's really good. But anyway, moving on. That was my disclaimer. My number 2 disclaimer is like, I'm coming up with ideas that I want to record, but I don't know if they're worth recording. Like I said, with this, when I made this, I was thinking like, although it's basic, you know, and it was like Sunday dinner, but it was nice, it was really good. I want to make it. I was like, man, I should record this video for everybody, you know, but is it important? Do people care? So that's my number 2, is I'm trying to get to the point where I figure out what videos you guys really, really want to see, and I start making more and more of those type of videos. So as you can see, I took my braids out and I washed my hair. I did like a deep conditioning, but I didn't do it the normal way, and I had forgot to put the rice water in. So that video's coming up. Excuse me. That video's coming up because I need to. And but I did do with my new products that I showed you guys. If you're liking, subscribing, you sticking with me, you riding with me, you already know. And I did love the differences. My hair feels like, and maybe I might have too much protein in my hair, but then I don't know, because like when my hair gets dry, you know, when it's wet, I feel like, oh wow, it feels really good. It's just short. But when it dries, I feel like it's really dry and brittle. So I'm going to keep working on that, like I said. And you guys, please leave your comments below. Let me know. I've also been asking on my Facebook and Instagram, because I really am trying to find not only a stylist, but even a braider, because I want to kind of do some, I love having braids. It's not really about, for me, it wasn't really about having a safe hairstyle or protecting my hair. I love wearing braids. But anyway, I am looking for that. So if you guys are in the area, let me know who you go to. Let me know you see my hair, you see how it is and everything. Let me know what you think. So those are just my 2 disclaimers, but I'm gonna keep it going. And the reasons why is so it's been 2 weeks now. This will be the 3rd week. I'm gonna eat some of this broccoli. So you're not gonna see that I'm eating something healthy. But so I started cleaning houses. I like my boss. I really think she's a cool person. I could see myself doing this longer. You know, even if I make it on YouTube, even if I get another whatever. And it is part-time, which is perfect for me. Okay, you know, I take care of my dad. And I'm really at this point in the crossroads of debating to go back to school or not. But regardless, this is good for me. And it is under the table, so I like it. And, you know, it's just kind of sketchy. And I'm explaining to you what I mean by sketchy. So, I'm going to leave it at the name boss. She'll call me the night before and want me to work the next day. I have two problems with that. Whether I'm doing something or not, I like to be prepared. I like to not feel like I'm rushed. I like to just be organized. I've kind of spent my life on trying to plan, which I'm not very good at, but I'm not going to stop doing that. I'm a person that likes to have routine. I'm a person who likes to just, have stability. That's my goal now. That's what I'm working for. Is once I have stability, and I know that this is what it is, this is what I can do, it just is like, for me, one of the best feelings in the world. And all you guys probably wondering where I'm putting my little chicken bones. I got the little lid to my bowl. But anyway, and I was thinking about plating it, so excuse the presentation. I think it's decent. Bowl's new. But I was like, man, I was so hungry. I was like, these guys is going to have to accept this. They know what it's like. At least the bowl is brand new and it's cool. Anyway, but like I said, I like working for her. I like the jobs I've done. I've liked the houses I've cleaned. And that's a whole nother story we're going to get into. But I don't like sketchy shit. Excuse my language. I don't like sketchy shit. I should know Sunday what my week is going to be. And I go out my way. I'm texting you. I'm you know, messaging you and everything. Hey, and I told you from the gate. So let me break it down on how it worked. I was on Facebook and somebody was talking about they needed someone to clean their house. They didn't really say all the extras, and I was like, man, let me hit them up. Because I've been looking to kind of do something like that, just to have a hustle, just to be out and about doing stuff no matter what. So I have been trying to do this for like a year. It ain't new. But anyway, and then I seen her posting and she was like, I'm certified, whoop, whoop, whoop. So I hit her up. I was like, are you looking for anybody to hire? What do you need to have this job? And she was like, oh, well, I don't really need nobody right now. But give me your info. If I need somebody, I might hit you up. I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, that's nothing. That's life. And maybe she would have hit me up, you know, months down the road, whatever, and I might have still needed her. So, not even with the hour after that conversation, she hits me up, like, can you still work? Are you still looking to make this money? My girl that I had quit. And I was like, yeah. When and where? I'm on it. You got me. Was my exact words. I got you. So, I went and I met her and I went and cleaned this woman's house, and I'll get to that side of the story about the houses, and it was cool. And the pay was cool, and it was part-time, so, you know, And, you know, it was supposed to be specific days that she said, I'm kind of going to need you Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But, and what she said, how do you feel if I need you on like Saturday and Sunday? And I said, well, I don't really have a problem working on the weekend if I know ahead of time. Now that means if Thursday you want me to work Saturday, okay. I can, if you know what I'm saying? Because if I had something planned, which the weekends you normally, but you know what I'm saying. If I had something planned, it gives me time. Excuse me, y'all. It gives me time to handle my business, work things around, and maneuver things. So I wasn't tripping. And that's pretty much what I told her, and that's pretty much what she agreed to. I'm going to at least let you know a couple days in advance. That was fine. I would have preferred, I even told her, because we talked about the pay, and she was like, you know, it may not be able to give you the full money every day. I got, you know, the same, if I got to wait till they pay me. That's fine. I got a PayPal. I got it purposely. She told me to go grab that. That's fine, as long as I get my money. That's not the issue. I ain't worried about that, because since I've got my money, I have currently still been waiting for my PayPal card, and I got money waiting there. It's there. So I'm not tripping about that, and I can see she's going to pay me what I'm owed. What we agreed upon. That's not the issue. And the only issue I really have, and that's why I'm telling you guys about it, because I really want to talk about it, is the sketchy shit. I want to know if I'm working. And now I know with this type of business, maybe you may not be able to clean that person's house that week or whatever. But I'm saying if you're supposed to clean somebody's house Wednesday, you should know Monday if you're going to still be there or not. Be able to clean their house. So that's all I mean. And I'm talked to my dad and my dude, and they're like, you know, you got to talk to her. But I'm not going to come at her like right now, you know. But if I see it persisting that way, I'm going to be woman enough about it, not be ignorant, not be ghetto. Just like, I can't do the sketchy shit. I need to know, you know, which even means like, she'll hit me up at 6 or 7 with excuses about, oh, I had to deal with my kid, whoop, whoop, whoop. I get that. But if you want me to be at work at 8, 10 o'clock the next day, that's just not cool. I should be knowing that day, if you hit me up that day, early in the morning, when you're taking your daughter to school, whatever, that's when you should be like, oh, we got work tomorrow at 10 or whatever. That's acceptable, because that gives me time if I had something planned to work things out. So I'm just praying, and I've been praying, and I'm not what if person. I don't know if it's the Graves' disease. I don't know what it is. But I am that what if person I am, and I don't want to be that. I just want to get up every day and take it a day at a time now and get this money. I mean, really, that's what it is. So that's just my little frustration part about last week, you guys. It really is. You know what I mean? But I got my money, so. Harriet, honey, HB, she's not going to complain too much. But if it persists, I am going to say something, just because the life I live, taking care of my dad, and not even that, it's just the person that I am. I need that. You know what I mean? So, part 2. And, I didn't want to be, I'm going to use the word ghetto. I didn't want to be ghetto, but I mean, this was so bad, you guys. I wanted to take pictures. But it was an eye-opening experience, and I love it, and I'm going to go back. But when you think, like, you go into a nice neighborhood, you see all these big, nice, at least $300,000 and up houses. You kind of get that feeling like, well, what could you possibly, you know what I mean? I'm thinking going into this, I'm cleaning these people's houses because they're so busy, because they're out there making sure they keep that $300,000 house. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not even trying to be funny. I don't know how you do it, but I'm figuring that's why I'm here cleaning your house is, hey, I'm doing what I got to do to maintain what I got and be happy and relax on this money.
I found out it don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter how many gifts that you're given, thrown at you, anything like that. You can still be messed up in the head. I've been dealing with, and I'm not going to get too much into it because, I don't like to, I'm not spreading nobody else's business. Their life is their life. I'm there to do my job and get the hell out of there. That's pretty much it. But that's how I am. People fall in love with me. No, I'm a really cool person, so people tell me their stories. My boss kind of hit me to some things. Oh, goodness, my cell phone's going off, you guys. Hold on. Dang, my food. Oh. Ooh. Anyway, so my boss had hit me kind of to what I was, the people's houses I was cleaning. Because like I said, when you pull up, you're looking at these big, beautiful houses, you guys. And I'm going to try to make this as nice as I can and hope it don't sound bad. My little townhouse looks immaculate. As far as cleanliness, the upkeep, compared to these houses. These people got money. These houses ain't cheap. And I learned that I'm dealing with families with disabilities. I don't know much about being autistic, but it made me step up and research it more. And I am. Because this one house where this woman's just got done doing, I'm going to tell you the logistics of this. I'm not going to get too deep into it. But it's been going through cancer and is getting to the point where she's even going to get weight loss surgery. So she's not okay, but she's doing the things she needs to do to have a better life. And her husband, and they have 3 kids. They're all autistic. And that's the sad part. And this woman, her dad, the house was so bad, you guys. We're not talking about just the years of it being bad, because I honestly, even when I went there, I said, oh, these people must have not been, because I had a lot of boxes and stuff with dust, and bad. But I said to myself, well, maybe they only been here for a couple years, and that's what it is. She needs me to get back. Hold on, guys. Okay. I said, Mom, Dad, I just had to bring my damn phone next to me, trying to put it on the charger and talk to y'all. And I ain't gonna do a voiceover. We're just gonna let that play. But anyway. So, like I said, this woman, is going through issues. They're autistic. And I'm going to research more. And that's not even my issue. I don't really care about all that. They're all older. These kids are over the age of 9. I know that they have to be able to live their life. I know that whether they're autistic or not, they're going to have to get out in society and be able to have their own home. There's one there that's in college. And the way the house looks, and we're not talking about just years of people not really cleaning it. We're talking about recent stuff. We're talking about these kids leave their bowls of cereal on the table, milk's curdled, and it's just bowls and bowls and bowls, like they're just doing it daily. And I feel bad because I'm hoping this woman who keeps saying once she gets all her shit together and everything, and because her husband's not really supportive. But anyway, she's like, things are going to change, because I don't care anything about being autistic or all that. Them kids need to clean up after themselves. And you got 9-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and you got a grown person living in your house, and she's working with therapist, doctor. I mean, she's doing everything she needs to do, because and I'm telling you why I'm speaking upon it. It's because this is the frustrations that this woman, who I've only known a couple weeks, I've cleaned her house 3 times, has stressed to me. Like, I can't even take care of my health. I just got done doing chemotherapy. I just got done doing this, And her husband, who was there, he wasn't there the first 2 times, but the 3rd time was just sitting there on the computer, and It was just kind of like, that's the other issue, is they're all there while you're trying to clean their house. And then, so the first time I started upstairs, and mind you, me and my boss are doing this together. We're not doing solo. I'm doing the living room, the dining room, making my way down to the hall and bathroom. She's in the kitchen. And she proceeds to tell us her daughter, she said she cooks for us. And so this girl can cook, but she won't clean up the mess. If she can cook, she can clean up. Clean up while you cook. Makes it easier. You guys, I have molded pots. Mold is not healthy for any of them. They got a dog. Dog is shitting and pissing everywhere. It's not healthy. And it was frustrating for me, because fuck all that. Excuse my language. Fuck all that. They're there. These kids is running around tracking more shit and piss because they had the dog running in and out to keep him. Supposedly he was supposed to stay outside while he was cleaning up. And it was like, I just cleaned this up and you're going to come track that? So then the next time, I'm thinking, you guys, I'm going to have to go and basically clean back up the upstairs again. Because what we're supposed to be doing, is a total deep clean. That's the goal of this house. This is what her daddy is paying money for. And I was told he paid a lot. And it's like, we can't even get to the point to where we can. My point is starting the kitchen. Because the way they have it, there was mold in the oven. But we don't even have to do that. We need to start in the room and make our way around. And they need to not be there. The room that we start in, you stay out of that. Until this whole house is clean, it's going to go like that to where they're down to one room. And it'll be their room. That I didn't even want to open the door to. And I'm just saying, there's got to be some give and take, you know. As she's telling me, you know, all this and stuff, and I said start small. The first step is that they need to get to the point where they're keeping their room clean. Because if them kids are keeping their room clean, you know what I mean, especially with them having a dog all up in that room. And I said, even, you know, you guys leave your comments below, you know. Because I even said, if it was me, any toys that smelled, looked, and my boss already was saying it, she said, I've been throwing them away. I'm thinking this, you guys. I didn't say this in my head. Because I said, if I see anything with some, it's going in the dumpster. I'm not cleaning it. They don't want to clean it. So it's going to go in the garbage. And I said, that means new Christmas presents and all. And I said, these kids got to get to the point where they at least are keeping their room. The girl got a bathroom. You guys, I know college boys' bathroom wasn't that dirty. And it looked, the best way to describe it, and I wanted, and God forgive me, I didn't take pictures, because it wasn't a dog, this woman, or nothing. It was just really, I was kind of angry at this teenager. You're going to college, they're working, she's going, it doesn't matter what type of, whatever she's doing, you're making moves to be an adult. So in being an adult, your room needs to be cleaned, and your bathroom doesn't need to look like, it looks like a hoarder's house, like you didn't clean it in 10 years. And I'm telling you guys, the outside of this house and even points of the house, really nice the hardwood floors would have been great. They need to be buffed, you know what I mean? And not have dog shit and piss. But I mean, the house, 2 fireplaces. It was a beautiful house. And when I tell you that, that's why I was saying, man, I kind of want to take pictures, but it wasn't to insult anybody, and I'm glad I didn't do that. It was more to be like, man, look at this gift. And to be honest with you, it really isn't the mom, although there might be tendencies that, you know, it is. But I'm worried, and I want to sum it up because I don't want to get to talking too much about these people. I just kind of wanted to give you a little logistics of the coming of into my story. But man, I just wanted the mom to get to the point where once we clean this house, once it gets to the point where it's good to go, you don't let that happen again. Them kids need to be doing their job. And I was raised, don't fuck up if you're not gonna clean up. Because we're not talking about toddlers who clean up, because I was cleaning up as a toddler. We're talking about kids that are going into like the 6th grade, going into middle school, because I don't know, some states are different with their middle school. But we're talking about the end of elementary kids, They need to have their room clean, and if their room ain't clean, then they don't need to be playing with them toys and fucking that room up. You know what I mean? And wetting the bed, that's a whole other issue. That's why I'm saying they need to have that room clean. And the husband, he need to get his mind right. He need to get whatever help he need to get, because that's out of pocket that he would just let his household be like that. And this woman, the first day I met her, you guys, which was so sad to me, she had to run and wanted to go pick the girl up from college. Why couldn't the husband do that? He was sitting there doing nothing. But she told me he's autistic and some stuff. I just heard a whole bunch of excuses about a grown man who's older than me, who's been living. You married her. You guys got this house, So it just kind of was like an eye-opener for me, like, And I'm not sure that they have money, Their situation might be based on their disability. That's why they have that house. But when I meant what I said was like her father is coming out of pocket. And her mother is on hospice, so her mother may be passing away. So it's a really sad situation. But then I went to another house where they're Australian. And he still had his accent, but I think he's been here for a while, And big guy, big guy. And I say that for a reason, because the house wasn't that bad. And they had one nice little big wolf-looking fluffy dog. He was kind of like white and cream, but look at that long snout. I can't tell you what he was, because I know he wasn't like a Labrador. He was like woolly, not woolly. No, he wasn't woolly, but his fur was more soft. But he wasn't woolly. But I can't tell you what it is. And he has some big, beautiful brown eyes. Oh my goodness! And he was just a sweetheart. I didn't care. He didn't really get dogs. Sometimes are too nosy or whatever, depending on if you're a dog person or not. I don't really care about dogs, except for like the other woman, that rat dog she had, who kept barking at me. Now, he never ran up and tried to nip my ankle and take my ankles out or nothing, but that barking made me want to get the fuck away from me. But, this dog, no, he just was kind of nosy, and, just probably like, who the fuck's in my house? More of the thing, But he was really nice. And I had my gloves on, and I felt bad because I wasn't trying to be like he was dirty, but he came up and gave me a little headbutt, like, what's up, bitch? What's up, Harriet? And I pet him. It's cool. And I had to say that because that dog, man, he was a big dog, and he was cool. He was cool. But, the man, big man, 2 kids. One of them does have a disability. I'm not sure. I don't think he's like, I can't remember what the disability is. And I don't think it's like so severe, because he was going to school and stuff, and he wasn't, in a wheelchair or nothing. But I don't know if it's, I don't even know if it's a learning. I don't know. I can't remember. I honestly can't. But I do remember that, he was going through some things with that. And this man was lucky because that day he was there, which wasn't anything to do with us. My boss telling me, the woman doesn't get out of bed. She's bipolar, So I was like, oh, okay. But she said, I met her. She's nice. She wasn't mean to me. And that's what the first thing, you guys, I noticed when I walked into this woman's house. I was like, you're not going to come out that room and come down here and see who the fuck is in your house? You hearing bitches moving and maneuvering all over your house? You're not gonna come out. She never came out. We didn't even go in the room that she was in because she wasn't in the main bedroom that we cleaned. And he was really depressed and distraught. And I guess he felt comfortable telling me, you know, he's at his wit's end. He gave up the ultimatum. This woman, brand new Cadillac. Oh, with the red seats, brand new Cadillac. Hasn't even went out there and just sat down there and smelt the fresh leather. And he told me, he said, my wife only came down on Christmas for breakfast. Didn't even stay for the kids to see the present or nothing. He said, we ain't really seen her since. And I don't think he really was exaggerating. He was like, New Year's Eve? No, nothing. She won't, you know. So she's at her wit's end. Now, moving on from that. She has a mental illness. Bipolar, that's a serious thing. Everybody's bipolar, they deal differently. What caught my attention about it was listening to my boss, listening to him, listening to them even tell me she has a twin sister. Her twin sister's pissed. Like, you have all this, and I'm looking at the house wasn't that bad. Like, I could tell he was doing his best to keep that house up on his own. And I'll be honest with you guys, if that woman got up, no matter how the fuck she feels, because I know what it's like to have depression, so I'm not going to speak about her depression, but I do know what it's like to have days where you don't want to get out that bed, and you can't help it. You know what I mean? I have Graves' disease, so I do know what that's like. But I know I have to get up and I have to at least make sure there's no dishes. Make sure my house is clean. Make sure I wash my ass. Because it actually helps me feel better. And it actually does give me that motivation to maybe want to get up and do something. Not everybody works that way. That's me. But looking around at her environment, like, you have everything. She don't have to work. I don't know if she ever worked. I don't know all of that. But basically all he wanted to do was get up and be a mom. That house, we could tell we didn't need to be there if that woman got up and I don't even want to say an hour, you guys. I mean 20, 30 minutes a day, cleaned her house, made sure dish, you know what I mean? They didn't need us there. And it was hard for him. Because he's working. And because of his situation, he was allowed to be able to spend a couple days at home working because, you know, he's lucky, and he is lucky that his kids are in grade school. I think they were like 11 and 6 or something. So I was saying he's lucky that at least the kids don't have to be there all day with that, because I mean, man. But I'm gonna wrap that up. And then the other person's house I cleaned, I'm looking at these big in the word BIG, healthy people, bigger than a little bit than Harriet. And like I said again, their house wasn't too bad, but it was kind of like the stuff we were doing. If you did it yourself, you wouldn't need to be dishing money out. The dusting, mopping, vacuuming, the bathrooms, the dishes, you know. And I'm looking at these people, they're willing, able-bodied. I did see that they might have had a couple young kids, because I seen pictures, and you know what I mean. But I was just kind of looking at it, and the house wasn't that big, so I was kind of happy. But it was more like a Rambler-style house, but it was big, you know, big Rambler, but it had a big property. So I'm glad it wasn't the landscaper. But it was kind of one of them ones, like, I just be like, I don't get the chance to be like, well, man, if I had someone coming to clean my house, you guys, it would be more that I really needed that, you know. I needed that deep clean. I'm not up on my dusting. Like, I've been complaining about my blinds and been looking for ways, because I'm like, I just really don't want to clean my blinds, you know. They need to be cleaned. But, I mean, I just, like, for me, it's like I just don't see myself in my lowest, not wanting to make sure that my house is where it needs to be, because especially when I'm there all the time, when I'm not out here in the street, I'm not sitting in my brand new Cadillac, I'm in my house. So for me, it's like the cleaner my environment is, the better I feel regardless. Maybe that's just me. So that's my experience. But like I said, it really ain't nothing, because I'm there. I'm glad that they need me there so that I can get this money. But it also is a wide opening experience for me. Let me know that No matter how much money you have, no matter what your house may look like on the outside, you never know what's going on the inside. And what we go through, we kind of all go through it a little bit differently, you know what I mean? In my situation, I may have Graves' disease. There might be 5 million other people close to it, maybe. I might be off on that number, but that have it too. But they're all going to go do it differently. Look at Wendy Williams. Look at Bobby Ingram. Do they look like they have Graves' disease like Harriet Griffin? But I try to look for that little light, because it's like, it gives me more motivation. Like, now I want to go clean them people's house. I want to go put a smile on their face, because it puts a smile on my face. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Last story, and then I'm done. But these were good. And I thank you guys for listening to me and talking to me. Let me know what you think. But, okay, so I don't even fuck that. I am going to put this company out here like that, because I don't think I'm ever fuck with them again. So like I told you guys, I was waiting for my PayPal card. So my boss had paid me, it was $60 that I had that was lingering, that I needed, you know what I mean? I needed my money. And this PayPal card was taking so long. So I had my BBVA, fuck you motherfuckers, excuse my language, card. And I had already in the past cashed some checks with it. I got an insurance check about my car. I think I already told you guys that. But anyway, and I couldn't go cash that insurance check at Walmart, of all places. And so I was able to do it through these people. And it worked, whatever, woo woo woo. And I was glad then, because when I did that, I noticed I started taking fees. But you're only supposed to take like $5 a month. And so I pulled all my money out. And then we actually ended up getting another insurance rebate check that was greater than that amount. So I'm glad I didn't do it that way, and I was actually able to go into the bank, or, well, my father was able to go in the bank and handle it. And the reason I say that was because, so, these people had kind of been pulling that on me. And then I had got like another, I got another $30 check from, I'm trying to think, it was a rebate. It was something, I can't remember what the check was for, you guys. But I remember it was a rebate. I couldn't cash it at Walmart. And it was only $30. And so they gave me the option this time to where I could cash it, but I would, if I wanted it, the money right then and there, or you could wait up to the 3 business days of taking it was exactly $5, because I said to myself, I only had planned on like getting a pack of cigarettes or something and putting the gas in my tank. I didn't really need it. So I was like, okay, I want that money now, and I want to go run and do my thing. And so I did that. And when I went to go to the store, it was like I didn't have that amount. And I said, what you mean? Because I knew with a $30 check, I would have $25. I even rounded it to $22, you know. And then it was like, oh, there's only $11. And then when that happened, they stuck me with a $7 overdraft fee. So I was like, I'm going to leave these motherfuckers alone. But anyway, so what happened upon that is I'm waiting for my card. And I need the money. So I was like, let me just switch this $60 over to that account. First, they took 10. Talking about that $7. And then I was like, okay. But I had money in there because my balance ended up being $62. So I had like, it had to been like $70 something. So I kind of like was like not sweating it. $10 is a lot, but I was kind of like, whatever. They shouldn't take no more money. Because I was still kind of debating if I worked this week, would I have had to switch some money to that card because I hadn't got my card yet. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, I go into the grocery store, get some chicken. I got me some sparkling apple cider. And I need some onion. I knew how much that was going to be. And then my plan with that, was to use that for gas and everything else. And I was going to get me some dough. Because I didn't really want to, like, spend too much on that food when I was expecting this other money for food. So, I wasn't tripping though. I wanted to eat and I was looking forward to this meal. I go in there and I know with most ATM cards, debit cards, if you mess up the pin 3 times, it locks you out for 24 hours. I knew that. But the first pin I put in was wrong. I did a second time. They told me I did a total of 7 times. And I probably did. Not knowing, not registering in my head, oh, these motherfuckers done locked me out. So I'm going back and forth, you guys. I did this in a total of 5 times. First time I went back, they cleared it. I had my pin that I got with the original card, but I kept asking them, was there a pin? Because they were like, well, we can't tell you your pin. Your pin is what you pick. Which I still to this day think is bullshit. But I was like, okay, so can you tell me if I've changed my pin? So then I'm trying to process in my head, is it the pin that I have on this piece of paper? Because the pin that I had for my ATM was different than my pin for the phone. So which had confused me in my head was like, when I called to check my balance to make sure my money was there before I left, I had to put in a pin, but it was different than what was on the debit card. Which turns out that the one that I had in my hand was the pin. But I didn't know that, and they wouldn't give me any inclination on that. So after the 5th time of them telling me, well, we can't really help you. You have to go online, enroll in the online banking, and then, you can change your PIN that way. Because at that point, I was like, well, is there a way to change the PIN so I can go get this money and go get my food and not embarrass my motherfucking self? And I'm going off, y'all. I'm like, I wish I never fucked with you guys. I wish I never put my money there. If I would have known this was going to happen, I would, it was like that. But so I get home, and I'm getting home. I'm going through all my paperwork that I have from these guys. I'm going through my emails, which I was doing in the car on my phone. So I get home to calm myself down, like, bitch, calm down. Your money's there. You just got to figure this out. And you got to figure it out before they close. So I called them back, and they're like, well, we can help you if you know your username for your online, because when I get online, it's telling me I'm enrolled, but I had to do a POSHMARK, which I found out was that I didn't complete the enrollment. I had to do like security questions, but I couldn't get to that point, and I didn't remember my username. And they're like, well, this is the name that you picked when you first. And I said, you don't have my username? I said, I can't give you my email and you send it to my email or send it in. No, they wouldn't do any of that. So I got mad and I checked the phone. Thank God I didn't break my phone. He's good. Not even cracked. And I was like, fuck. Then as I cut down, I think, you guys, be honest with you, I think it was the man above, because I was like, Honey Bear. Mind you, because I didn't try my email all in different names, but it didn't come across to me Honey Bear, because this was a newer account, and I had to kind of keep switching my stuff up, and that's what happens because they say, don't do the same password, don't do it, and you do all that, and even if you write it down somewhere, it's like it's never there when you need it. You guys, man. So anyway, I called him back and I said, ma'am, can you just please tell me if this is the correct username? It was. So that I was able to hook up with the online, and I'm pissed and everything, but I was able to get it. I got my PIN changed to what I wanted it. Boom, I was good to go. This all happened around 4 p.m., you guys, and it started, I checked it when I transferred, because the transfer was like saying up to 3 days, especially depending on what time of day you do the transfer, and I was like, shit. But it was there, so here I'm like, yes, let me go do this thing, and just have a good day, maybe ride around, whatever. But I just remember that. And then I remember, like, I was even laughing, like, man, wouldn't it be funny if I go check that mail, which I did, through all that BS, and my card was there, you know, my PayPal card. But it wasn't. It wasn't there. Anyway, so that's my story time, you guys. And I mean, like, that really was a rough end of a week for me. And, you know, dealing with my boss. But, like, you know, it turned out to be a pretty good weekend. And I'm looking forward to working and getting these videos off. I'm going to do 2 videos today. This one was just a little eat and chit chat. You know what I mean? A little, we'll call it story time. Yeah, we'll stick with the story time theme. It was a little story time and it was good. I hope you guys like it. Leave your comments below. And then what I'm going to do, because like I said, now I'm going to probably be wrapping my hair up for work because it's so dusty. But my favorite bitch, this will be the other video. And I wanted to show you guys because I know you guys get confused on my, when I say my brown. This one isn't really gold. She's got, let me get the camera on her. That gold, remember? And then I still need to curl the gold and brown one. So that'll be another video. And don't forget, this week also I'm going to take that time out and do that Valentine's Day makeup video. And pick maybe a little lingerie or something to throw it up with. So I got a couple videos coming for you guys. I want to thank you guys for having the story time with me. They're probably going to get more crazier and more better. And I'm going to try to keep doing them. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see. Oh yeah, I'm going to get my nails done. Please believe that, you know. I'll wear gloves, but I'm just thinking about doing them shorter. But yeah, I got to have my nails. I'm feeling kind of naked without them. So that's going to be a priority too, amongst other things this week or in the next couple weeks. I have to get my tabs. And that's a whole nother story that I'm going to save because I haven't got through them and I haven't went through the bullshit yet. So I'm going to wait and hopefully hope and pray that I don't go through bullshit with getting my tabs. And they're supposed to be $35, but they're not. We're still waiting for that. But it does tell you that if they get it together, because we passed the law to have them at $35, but I guess it's held up in court with our light rail. So it's so much bullshit. We don't want to pay for the light rail. We're tired of it because the light rail that they've installed has exceeded over the amount that taxpayers want to pay. And they're trying to expand it, and we're just at this point, it's like we're kind of, I think we're just kind of, I'm not going to say we, I'm speaking from, I'm through with it. It's not even really accessible. And I don't know who that is. They're gonna leave a voicemail and get called back. But yeah, anyway, let me wrap this up. So I was just kind of like, it's not even accessible because you still have to take a bus to get to it. You can't walk. So I'm not really a big fan of it. It wasn't exciting to me. But I didn't have that choice, you know, when you're a voter, and you know, so I guess maybe that's why some people choose not to vote, because they maybe feel like, well, what does my vote matter? But it does. Vote, especially this year, you guys, coming up, man. We need all them votes to have a better America, and we need Donald Trump out. He needs to go. He didn't get impeached, whatever reason. I'm not even going to get into that because of my views on that. I feel like the world is really doomed. But I don't want to have that spirit, and I don't want to get into that conversation. But anyway, I thank you guys for enjoying the story time. Like I said, I'm going to curl up my wig. I'm going to do a video on that. And let me know what you guys think, what other videos you want to see, and I'll be seeing you all soon. I love you guys so much, and I hope, you know, everybody, because I will be posting my little Valentine's Day video. I don't know if I'm making a vlog, because I don't even know what I'm doing. My dude don't really be wanting to do nothing but dinner. But anyway, I'm still going to do that for you, but I hope everybody does have a good week, and I'll see you guys soon.